I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Raiders squeak to a 1-point victory. The Seahawks won this contest, but will stay at the 4th place in the NFC West. Simeon Rice had another fantastic week, and in the victory kept his streak of landmark stats alive. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Falcons pick up win number 7. Well-dressed Amani Toomer pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Giants beat the Vikings. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
Fletcher is on the move. Perhaps not for all that he thought he'd get, but a good deal nonetheless. 3 years, $1.6 million. This week had some big injuries, and we'll get to all of them, but we're going to start right here. Jonathan Sullivan might be the biggest loss on this list. It's a torn calf muscle, and the doctors are estimating he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. Now, on to even bigger news, as you may have already heard. Peterson will miss the remainder of the season. So now that secondary is going to have to really come together if they're going to make up for his absence. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
Dolphins, Bills.
Tyrone Williams is so dangerous, he looks in the eyes of the quarterback. Look at that perfectly. It's an overthrow. And he's got it to the 15, the 10, the 5, 6 points.
The Bills win this one by the final score of 28-14. By the warm waters of Tampa Bay, we had the Buccaneers get sent away with a 7-point loss. Down in Alltel Stadium, we had the Jaguars get sent away with a 7-point loss. The Packers erupted for 400-plus offensive yards in their victory at Gillette Stadium. The Bears won on the road and will now head home to meet the Jets. The Colts won this contest but will stay at the 1st place in the AFC South. Saints, Steelers.
Williams set to receive the kick, and it's a good kick. Gets it at his own 8-yard line. Just wants some breathing room for the offense. Makes a move there. Oh, what a crack back block at the 40. What a move at the other 40. This is picture perfect. He could go all the way for a 92-yard score.
The Steelers go on to win this by the final score of 31-29. The Browns drop yet another game and are really struggling on and off the field. And in our final game, we had the Lions come away victorious. So we're more or less at the midpoint of our season, things starting to take shape just a bit in our playoff race. Here's the men that got my prime-time players game balls. If they get their way, we will see them come postseason. Right. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.